Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the GH dip kit, and something special about this dip powder kit is that it is fast drying and you don't need activator to harden the powder. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so here is a look at the kit. It comes with a bunch of different powders and liquids, and here is the brand. And as you can see on the bottom, it says it is super easy and fast drying, so I'm really intrigued to try this kit out and see how it actually works. So I'm just going to be opening up the kit and pulling out all of the products inside. And here are the instructions, so I definitely recommend reading them because they are a little bit different than the normal dip application, so I went ahead and looked that over. And now here are the products that are inside. So there are 4 liquids: the number 1 base, the number 2 activator, the number 3 top coat, and lastly the number 4 brush saver. And when looking at the powders, they are 0.6 ounces, so they are a little bit smaller. They have a label on the bottom, and then once you open up the lid, there is a protective seal. So the first shade is called Blush Blossom, and this is a really light neutral color. Here is shade Simply Nude, and this is a really beautiful pinky nude color. Here is color Mystery Taupe, and this is a taupey neutral, almost a little bit green color. Here is color Caramel Latte, and this is a deeper, warm neutral. Here is Shiny Latte, and this is a lighter version of the previous color. And lastly, here is Honeymoon, and this is a really beautiful rosy neutral. So here's the color I'm going to be using. It's that taupey sort of clay green color. It's a really interesting shade, and it was called Mystery Taupe. And before I get started, I want to quickly show you guys the color on my other hand, since I know you guys are always curious. So it is shade DP99 Pastel Sunshine from Sparkle & Co. Alright, so I've already went ahead and prepped my natural nails, and now I'm going to be going in with the dip powder application. So first I'm going to stir up the powder to make it nice and fluffy. And then with the base liquid, I'm going to apply a nice thin layer to my entire nail, and immediately after dip into the powder. And off of the first trial, I noticed that the powder was super smooth and buttery, and it was definitely a really nice formula to work with. And I just went ahead and took an orange wood stick and cleaned around the cuticle area in case the product happened to get on my skin. So now I'm just going to be repeating that with all of my nails, and I actually really like this dip powder base coat. It wasn't too fast drying, so I was able to work with it and get a really nice application before actually dipping into the powder. And like I said before, the powder itself had a really beautiful formula. So overall, I was pretty happy with the application so far. And yeah, it was super easy to work with and get a really smooth application. So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up the first coat of powder, and then I will be back for the second coat. Alright, so after the first layer of powder is on, I'm going to brush off any of the excess still on the nail plate. And now I'm going to be going in for a second coat. And on the second coat, I was able to get full opacity with this shade, and I had no issues with the color being splotchy or patchy in any areas. So that is a super great sign, and I was really impressed to see that. Now, I only did try out one of the colors in this kit, and I didn't swatch out the rest of the colors, so I can't speak on their formula. But based off of this color, I can say the formula was super easy to work with and a really great consistency. So I'm just going to keep repeating the dip powder application process, and I will let you guys watch, and I will come back for the next really important step. Alright, so once again, after the second coat, I brushed off any of the excess, and now I'm going to be clear encapsulating. Now, I'm going to be using Sparkling Co. DP90 in this video, and in the instructions from this specific dip powder kit, it said to go ahead and clear encapsulate with their clear powder. However, I did not receive a clear in the specific kit I was sent, so I decided to go in with a different clear that I already had, and I had no issues with the special effect working, so I assume you can use any type of clear powder. But I just wanted to mention that in case you guys were curious about how the activation process would work when using a different brand of powder. And after clear encapsulating all of the nails, I'm going to brush off all of the excess one more time. And the really interesting thing about this kit is that you do not need an activator to harden the nails. So after about 30 seconds to a minute, I was able to go right in with my file and shape the free edge as well as the surface without having any issues. So there I'm just showing you guys me fixing up my shape. And now I'm going over the entire surface of the nail to smooth it out and remove any imperfections. Now I had no issues with the powder sort of rolling off or coming off because it wasn't fully dried, so I was really happy to see that, and this special fast drying kit definitely works how it says. So the next step is to take the activator liquid and apply a thin layer to all of the nails to prep the nails for the top coat application. So that is what I'm going to be doing here. And now I can finally add a nice and glossy finish to all of the nails using the dip powder top coat. So I'm going to apply 2 thin coats of this, just like the instructions mentioned. So the first coat I'm going to work quickly and generally just cover all of the nails, not really worrying about being perfect. And then right after, I'm going to go in with a second coat. So the instructions said that you wanted to apply the second coat while the first coat was still midway drying. So that is exactly what I did, and I ended up with a super glossy shine. So I really did like this top coat as well, and it sort of reminds me of Sparkling Co. Glossy Coat 2.0, so if you like that top coat, you'll definitely like this one. And after I let the nails dry for a few more minutes, I'm going to rehydrate with my favorite Candy Skincare cuticle oil. And here is the finished manicure I was able to create using the GH Fast Drying Dip Powder Kit. So I'm really impressed with how this kit worked. I will be sure to leave all of the information in the description box in case you guys are interested in checking it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.